Yeah.
I'm joined by Tim Harris after Hereford's victory over Telford. After all that's happened over the weekend, how encouraging was that performance for you tonight?
I think it's always difficult because you never know how the players are going to respond, and it's delighted with the performance. I thought they put a real shift in, and it was a great effort, and a couple of little things that sort of worried me a little bit, especially towards the end of the game. I just had a flashback to that Altrincham game last year when we were 1-0 up and we gave a free kick away in a dangerous area and we scored, and we've ended up only getting a point instead of 3. But I think we deserved the 3 points today, and I thought there were some really good performances out there.
What did you say to the players to get that extra aggression and desire and application into their performance tonight?
When you're in a situation like what's happened over the last few days, they have to look at themselves and they have to ask themselves, what do they want out of the game? This is a big club with a great fan base, very demanding, and everybody saw today there was a lot of passion out there. There was a lot of committed performances, and I must mention Josh Gowling, Jared Hodgkiss, Martin Riley, because they've been superb. They're experienced lads, they know what the football's about, and they've been through situations like this before, but they've really helped sort of gel the lads and make them get their focus on the job today, and you can never tell whether that's going to happen or not until they get out on the pitch.
Because the crowd reaction was obvious to everyone, that they could see a team that was really trying, excellent desire out there. If they lost the ball, they were trying to win it back. So that's the way forward, surely.
Well, I've said to them in there, I just mentioned about that chance they had to ride it to death, and then when we've had a corner and the keeper's come and he's boomed it forward, we could have got caught out there. So, that we can get carried away. At the end of the day, the important thing at this present moment in time is we pick up results, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Man of the match award to Bradley Ash. I thought he was tremendous. What did you consider his performance like tonight?
I thought he was excellent. Never stopped running, but in all honesty, I think there was some great performance. That Simeon May first game, I thought he showed us what he's all about. But someone's got to be man of the match. But to be fair, it was a great team performance. I mean, the save from Brandon Hall, there's 3 points. So everyone's done their job today.
Was one of your first decisions to change to a back four?
I think that we've seen in the last couple of games that things have not really worked with 3 at the back, and knowing what Telford are about, seeing how they line up, we thought we could exploit them with 3 up front, and I thought Rowan, Simo and Brad done a great job in putting their back 3 under pressure, and I suppose if I'm disappointed, I'd like to have scored another goal, but if someone had said to me at 9 o'clock this morning we're going to be stood here and we've got 3 points and we've won the game 1-0 and we've got a clean sheet, then we're not going to complain under the current circumstances.
Momentum with you then, going into the game at Blythe Spartans. Are you travelling up on Friday? What's the situation?
Yeah, we're travelling up on Friday and we're prepared as they've been prepared all season and last season as well. So, it's nothing changes. They've got to keep their focus, and there is some talent in this squad, and we can't get carried away because we've done a half decent performance against Spennymoor, a good side, and then we fell away a little bit with the Gloucester thing, and then certainly again on Saturday where we looked certainly well below par.
A couple of players not involved tonight, Raheem Hanley and Rhys Stice. Obviously Stice got a shoulder problem. How long is he likely to be out?
I'm told it's not as bad as first feared, so we're hoping that he might be available for Saturday. Raheem hasn't played a lot of football, and he's got a slight strain, and I just felt that we needed to be solid, and we went to the back 4 and just felt that with Jared's experience that it would just solid up, and also give Raheem time to settle his little niggles down, because as I said, he's not played a lot of football, and we've all said from the start of the season 8 games in August is a lot, so it's important that we look after certain players.
And you went for the attacking instinct with 2 up top, if not 3 with Bradley Ash. Is that something that you're likely to do more often at Edgar Street?
Well, I think that's what the crowd want to see. So if that's the way that it gets us results, then we'll do whatever's necessary. But the important thing is that we keep our feet firmly on the ground. I thought as I said before, it's a big club, and they've got the demands, the fans. But we have to be realistic. We are where we are, and we've got to just steadily grow and develop the squad that we've put together.
And finally, a word for Marc Richards, as it's the first time we've talked since his dismissal. Have you got anything to say on the subject?
Look, the decision's been made. You know, we can't change that. The decision's been made. Obviously, I've worked with Marc over the years, and he is a first-class coach. And you know, I'm sure that he will bounce back. There was one situation when I was in Newport in a similar role, where we had a young manager called Anthony Hudson. It didn't work out. We made the change and we brought in Justin Edinburgh, and the rest is history, as they say. But you know, I'm sure Marc will bounce back, because Anthony went on to manage Bahrain national team, New Zealand national team, and he's just finished at Colorado Rapids in the MLS. So you know, there is hope for him. He's a great lad. The players, there isn't one player in that dressing room that doesn't like Marc Richards. I mean, he is a good lad, but you know, sadly it's not worked out and we have to move on.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Can you just enlighten us, are we looking for a similar situation, similar type of head coach, or is the situation going to be slightly different?
I think from that point of view, I really need to sit down with the directors. I'm sure you'll appreciate that there's a lot's happened in the last 24, 48 hours, and the important focus was today's game. You know, what gets discussed after that will get discussed, and that's something that we've really not had a conversation about at this present moment in time.
Will you will you be in charge of appointing a new head coach? So obviously you had a key role in Marc coming into the club.
I think we need to make it absolutely clear. You know, I was brought in as head of football, and I was asked to find some young coaches that have had experience at the National North level. And Marc was one of 4 people that got interviewed by the board. Obviously, 2 of the other 4 I also knew as well. So at the end of the day, I think we just need to sit down and we need to take stock. The one thing I will tell you is we can't let it drag on. It has to be sorted as quickly as can. But at the same time, we don't want to make any mistakes. So I need to have that time to discuss with the board exactly what their thoughts are and where they're going. In the meantime, it's important that we put in performances like tonight and we pick up points.
It's absolutely vital the club get it right this time, isn't it? Going forward and what they want to achieve long term.
I think when you look at the league, yeah, there's no guarantees. Yeah, there is absolutely no guarantees. You know, when Ferguson left Man United, they had a trail of managers. You know, they still not quite got it right, and they're the top in the Premiership. You know, so there's no guarantees in this game. You've only got to look at the likes of, I think, Stockport County, 8 years in the National North. You know, you look at teams like Luton Town that were 12 years in the National League, Wrexham. You know, I'm not saying that we're not a club on a par with those teams. What I'm saying is that, you know, you have to keep your feet on the ground. You know, it isn't going to be easy. It's a tough old league, yeah. But we put performances in like that today. The fans will go on happy, and we'll move forward as a football club.
I mean, hindsight's a lovely thing, especially in football. But do you think it was the wrong decision to bring Marc in? Maybe the wrong fit, wrong.
Well, I think that's a very negative question to say in a very sensitive situation. You know, as I said to Keith just now, it's happened. We have to deal with the circumstances that we find ourselves in today. End of story.
Okay, thanks very much.
Was it the 2 performances that kind of ultimately did it for Marc? The King's dinner, especially on Saturday.
I think that you guys are looking for an angle, and I understand that you've got a job to do. But ultimately, the decision's been made. We have to move on. We can't worry what's gone on in the past. What we've got to do is be positive about the future. And performances out there tonight was positive. Yeah, and the players, they put in a hell of a shift. And I think that what's gone on in the past has gone on in the past. We can't dig up dirt on what went wrong or what should have gone right or whatever. It's happened. Move on.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
good. Thank you
Thank you
guys.
very much.